trying to go live. Hey, I think we
Mm-hmm.
actually went live. Good morning, everybody. And Happy New Year's to Ms. Raman and Mr. Dar.
Happy New Year. Ahoy,
Happy,
guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ah, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
So, we are really playing a major catch up, at least I am, because unfortunately, thanks to let's see, last week started off with got invaded by my grandson for a couple of days.
Yay.
And then I ended up under doctor's supervision for a few hours. Fun, fun, fun. So I missed quite a bit of streaming last week. So when we say catch up stream, it's got to be a catch up stream. So there'll
Mm-hmm.
be some old stuff. But before we go to super old, let's start super current. Uh, Dar, are you a sports watcher?
Nope.
All right. Ms. Rahman, do you
Mm-mm.
watch football and such?
Nope.
Unless it's the Ohio State Buckeyes or the Cleveland Browns playing, I'm not a big player. I don't watch football either. However, Buffalo Bills and Cincinnati game last night. Damar Hamlin
Oh, that's right.
collapsed in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was all over the news, though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the most recent thing, as of about 30 minutes ago, it's that he had a heart attack, and they are keeping him heavily sedated as of this morning. So, I don't, like I said, I'm not a football. I'd never heard of this guy before last night when this happened, but there's been a lot of ball players in high school, college, not professional sports. Good morning, Neil. Suddenly having heart attacks during ball games,
Mm-hmm. Well,
collapsing.
it's not just, football, though. It's like track and like everything, really, we had for a
Yeah,
while.
athletes
Mm-hmm.
across the board.
It's totally normal. Myocarditis is part of being an athlete. Passing out is normal, you know.
So I'm uh, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't have a laboratory.
Mm.
Um, so we are going to be uh, I just you know I'm glad the man apparently is going to survive, but the rest of his football, I don't think he's going to have a career after this.
Probably
Who's going
not.
who's going to want him to play for him if he is now that he's had a heart attack? Okay, Neil's saying that they're saying that the hit was just the perfect time of his heartbeat. Okay. Um, I Morning Rex.
It just seems to me like
Who
there's
is
one.
Gangsta Boo?
No clue. I'm not even. Let me reopen the page.
Well, it just
He's
seems
live.
to me that there's this one common denominator that shall not be mentioned. I won't mention
Oh,
it, but seems
Oh,
to be this one common denominator.
Gangsta Boo, former member of the 3-6 Mafia dies at 43, a rapper. All
Oh,
right.
that's sad.
Never heard of him. Don't know nothing about him.
No.
A southern rapper who is a member of the hip hop 3-6 Mafia died. Oh, it's
They
a
got all these.
Lola. Oh, she's a woman.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, hence the boo.
Listen,
Cause of death was not immediately known, so I'm not seeing it. I guess all these rappers got such weird names now.
d-
It's to differentiate them from everybody else.
You know, and if they can't come up with their own name, they just put little in front of it. Like,
Lil,
yeah, they'll like Nas. You have Little Nas now. You have Little Nas X. I mean, come on, get a fucking name.
Neil, I've until in the past 30, 45 seconds or so, I never heard of 3-6 Mafia. I'd never
Nope, me
heard
neither.
of Gangsta Boo. I never, got no clue who she is. My my experience with rap ended with I can't remember the name of that 10-minute rap song from 30 some years ago. Uh,
but
Oh my god.
I don't know about 10 minutes, but what about Sir Mix-a-Lot and
Oh hell yeah.
some of those guys now? Come on.
Run DMC.
Rapper's Delight's the name of the song I
Oh,
was
you
trying to
know what? I
think of.
just started to think of it when you said it. Yeah, yeah.
Right. That is the beginning and end of my knowledge
See,
of rap music.
yeah, pretty much mine too. So, he's just a friend.
Biz Markie, R.I.P. Yo.
Yeah, I love that song. I don't know why.
It's a fucking great song. What are you talking
It's
about?
yeah, I love
What
that song, man.
what song?
Just a friend.
Just a friend. He just a friend.
Okay, it can't be the same song I'm thinking of from
Oh baby,
40, 50 years ago.
You
you got
got
no
what I
rappers?
need.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know rappers like that's not what you're thinking of. I think the Biz Markie one was what, the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to throw a correction in there because I actually did buy um, Tom McDonald's last song, Ghost.
Ghost?
Yeah. Have you heard that one yet?
I haven't heard it. I just like seeing pictures of him with his girlfriend. It's very sweet.
It's a love song he wrote for her.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that later. It's
And
just the two of them together are so precious.
it's actually a very touching song if you sit there and listen to it. But I have been listening to quite a bit. For me, it's quite a bit of Tom McDonald stuff. Because
Everybody I know seems to really like him.
uh, it's good. I mean, it's actually good music.
Yeah, and he's putting it all himself. He's not going through a label.
Right. And it's just he was number 2 on the playlist, really trying to hit number 1 on the Billboard. I don't know if he made it this weekend or not. So, yeah, Tom McDonald. I mean, I have to thank Monkey for turning me on to this guy. If it hadn't been for Monkey, I would never have known about him. Most likely. All right, Sean, what are you sharing there, buddy? And the Sugar Hill Gang. Yep, that's Rapper's Delight. The Okay, 6 minute, 15 minute 6 minute, 15-second video. Yep.
Okay.
Not even familiar with that at all.
You don't know the Rapper's Delight?
Oh
No,
my god, it's classic.
It is.
I have no idea. I know Weird Al's Amish Paradise.
Rock it out, baby, rubber to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove,
Careful.
gonna try.
Gonna get
Yeah, you better. You're gonna get.
I am Wonder Mike.
You're gonna get
But
a hit. You're gonna get.
yeah, I've I've got so many claims on my videos. It's not funny. But yeah,
oh,
you because using uh, Master Sue's videos for opening, a lot of my
oh yeah.
videos have gotten claims against them.
Even though she gave you permission.
Right. Well, yeah, but see, whoever, uh, whatever music she's using, those people are the ones that have given me
Oh, okay.
claims. So, but yeah, Rapper's Delight. That is God. How old is Rapper's Delight?
Probably
I
about
don't.
40 years. Is that
It's
sad?
gotta be 40th anniversary.
See?
So,
Yep, just not familiar with it. Sorry.
all right, you need to look it up.
No, I don't.
Okay, and
It's a link in the
the
chat.
long.
It's. Hmm. Sorry.
There is a 14-minute and 37-second version of this song. So I knew there was at least 10-minute one.
All right. Well, you can't tell me what to do. So.
Okay. Well, it's good. It's
So
fun
how
to
do you like
watch.
that shit?
It's fun to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Whatever.
okay.
See, I like little baby ducks.
Yeah, but they don't rap.
Yeah, but
See, you know what? If
Tom
you're
T.
of, if
Tom
you're if
T.
you're
is
of the if you're of the right generation, you would have got that reference.
top
I like
life, little baby
little baby
ducks,
ducks
old pickup trucks,
Oh
slow
and
moving
Lord.
booze.
trains, and rain. Tom T. Hall ramen, look him up.
Yeah, if you're gonna make me listen to your shit, you gotta listen to mine.
No.
Arg, arg, because I'm evil. You'd be walking the plank if you don't.
Tom, man, I grew up listening to Tom T.
Yeah, well, I did too. I don't. Wasn't always by choice.
Now mine was by choice because my dad's choice of music ran to the Petite Opera. My mom's choice was my mom really didn't. She was Elvis. My mom was an Elvis fan.
Yeah, mine too.
Um, and then I mean I came into my country music on my own. So okay, let's see what's Nil got thrown out there. Nil's got one he says I need to listen to later on. You died. Oh, that's a commercial.
That's a commercial.
Up to Midnight in Montgomery. Upchurch. Who? Ryan Upchurch. Never heard
Oh
of him.
yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah. See, today's country though sounds more like '80s pop to me.
Oh, I don't like today's country at all.
Oh, I do. I do. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Just because it sounds that way doesn't mean I don't like it.
Tanya Tucker, yeah.
Oh, I had
Uh,
such a crush on her when I was younger.
oh God, I had a crush on Tanya Tucker.
Yeah, because
She was And when she was younger, first started, she was not an attractive young lady.
I disagree, but okay.
But as she but her music, her voice just, man, I just fell in love with listening to her sing.
Yeah, no, I had a crush on her for different reasons because she's only a couple years older than I am, right?
Yep.
And I figured, if she ever met me, she'd fall madly head over heels in love with me.
Aww.
Yeah, it didn't happen though.
But no, Tanya Tucker is definitely one of the ones I had a crush on growing up. Uh, Ryan Upchurch does it all: rap, country, rock, everything. There's a couple black guys that the country singers on TikTok that I've been following. Can't remember their names right now, but they some they really sound good. They I'd like to see them break out. They're singing old style country, pre '80s style.
I don't know. I liked 80s country. It was still kind of nice. Now I'm gonna get mocked.
No,
No,
you're
no,
not.
no, no. There
No,
was a
because
lot of
80s country is country for non-country listeners, just as Prosecco is wine for non-wine drinkers.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me y'all never listened to Crystal Gale.
Oh,
And ta-
yeah.
uh,
okay, Tanya Tucker was 80s. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of, sort of. But she was around long before the 80s, though.
Loretta Lynn, Sean,
There you go.
coal miner's daughter. Yeah. And then, oh God, yeah, Hank Senior. Oh,
Jerry Young, Ferlin
the
Westfall.
outlaw country was interesting phase. I really liked that. Was a interesting phase of
Waylon,
country music.
Willie. Yeah.
Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was good times. Good times. Remember all the trucker music?
yeah,
Red Sovine.
Red Sovine.
Yeah, Chris Christopherson um, had some trucker songs. Uh, Let me think who else was out there. Guy that did Convoy. C.W. McCall.
Yep. That Sovine's Teddy Bear.
Yeah, that was.
God, you anybody that does not have a tear in their eye and a catch in their throat listening to that song does not have a heart. They're inhuman.
To what song?
I Teddy Bear by Red
Te-
Sovine.
yeah.
Red Sylvine. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
because you're not old enough to have heard of it
Wow.
or grew up with a father who's a truck driver.
Okay, I probably shouldn't listen to it then.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
you
you need.
should. You most
Oh, you
definitely.
should. You should.
Yeah.
It's one of them songs that grabs you by the heart and squeezes it
Yeah. See,
unmercifully.
I
Okay,
have
y'all.
I have no heart, so I can listen to it
This bastard.
just fine. But
Okay, y'all don't get it though. I still can't forgive my mother for making me listen to Puff the Magic Dragon. And when I finally, you know, listened to it like 10 times or something on the radio and realized what the lyrics were, I fell fucking apart. I was
I
little,
love that
okay?
song.
Yeah, but it's so sad. I mean, he went crawled in his cave to die alone after that. But man, what the fuck is wrong with people? That is not a kid song.
Nope,
Something wrong
never
with
was.
people.
Never was intended to be. But a lot of people
Yeah.
see. Here's the problem, Ramen. Here's the problem. See, I'm an old party guy, and I'm kind of a curmudgeon, and and I like to loot and raid and do all sorts of weird shit, and that's just because that's who I am, right? But people today, well, even people 20, 30, 40 years ago, never listened to the lyrics of anything because there was a guy out in the 40s, late 40s, early 50s who had a song. It was Gentleman Jim Reeves had this song. Tell him he's got to go. Nobody gets
Oh
what that song's
no.
about, right? Nobody gets what that song's about.
Okay.
Tommy's got to go.
No, tell
Tell him he's
him
got to go.
got to go.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knows what that song's about. And what it's about is this guy, he's calling up his woman saying, "Hey, I'm fixing to come over. Whoever's laying in bed next to you there, tell him he's got to go." Turns out it was her husband.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was in the 50s. See, people have no idea what that song's about because nobody listens close to the lyrics.
There you go.
So there you go. Just my just my thing for today, guys.
Hey, Wiki.
Okay.
My rant
Sean,
of the day.
Ghost Riders in the Sky. Do you know who originally sang that song?
I think the writers of the Purple Sage were like one of the first ones to do that, like in the
Burl
50s.
Ives.
Burl Ives.
Oh.
Burl Ives originally sang that song. The
I
narrator for Rudolph the Red-Nosed
no,
Reindeer.
no, he's not the one who originally did it because there was others who did it before him. He's the one that made that song famous, maybe. Because I'm pretty sure it was done way before then. So the original version by Stan Jones was recorded in 1948,
Damn.
and it was Stan Jones's Death Valley Rangers. So there you go. Then,
Why?
of course,
Why? Okay, it was the 1949 is when Burl Ives did it.
yeah.
Oh, so I was okay. I thought it
You were
was. I
close.
thought. Well, I was off
So then Burl
because the
Ives sang
earliest
it.
version I ever found was the one by Burl Ives. I'd never heard the
Yeah,
Stan
no,
Jones
I see it.
version.
Very pretty.
yes, there's earlier
Mm-hmm.
versions. So just so you know, yeah, the Death Valley Rangers. Then, um, like some other people did it. Burl Ives did it. Then Marty Robbins did it and made it famous.
Marty Robbins did.
Thank you.
You sure Marty Robbins did Ghost Riders?
Am I sure? You realize I have that song by about 50 bands on my iTunes, right?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, I have. Have like 50 versions of that song. I have 60 versions of Ring of Fire. Yeah, because Ghost Riders of the Sky speaks to me.
Well, okay, then who do you think did it the
I
best?
even have a pirate version of it.
The Ramrods, Peggy Lee, Spotniks.
Sputniks, punk band.
Okay,
Yeah,
Scatman
that's a good.
Crothers did it.
Yes, he did.
Now, I'm sitting here looking at a album here as a good God, 30 different. Some of these people I've never heard of. Cyclones, Bing Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Dean Martin. Now I can see Lawrence Welk doing it, but Dean Martin,
Yeah,
Frankie Lane, good
yeah.
Lord.
A lot of people did that song, man.
I am going to have to track down the Scatman Crothers, though. That has got to be an interesting listen. Which version do you think is the best? If you had to rank them, how would you rank them?
Hmm. Okay, so I'm going to go with number one being Marty Robbins. Number two, I'm going to go with the Children of Bodom. Number three, I'm going to go with Johnny Cash. Uh, um, uh, then go with Spider Bait. Um, yeah, see, you know, the one version of Ghost Riders of the Sky, I do have a pirate version done by a pirate band. Um, mm, yeah, no, not so much. Me Too and the Gimme Gimmes, I like their version, even though it's kind of what they changed it up to is a little bit weird. Um, so you have to be in the right mood for that one. So yeah, but yeah, Marty Robbins, I think, is my favorite version.
All right, I just ordered that CD. You can't order it MP3, but I just ordered the CD, and then I will transfer it to MP3 status and have that on my cell phone.
There you go.
And that will become one of my ringtones. A different person for each, different artist for different people.
I didn't know you didn't realize that was.
No, I only knew of about 5 different versions of it. I did not
Yeah,
know there were that many versions to that song.
yeah, there's thousands of versions out there. Then there's if you go to like the underground music community, that people that just do music, like in small clubs and that. There's
Right.
some really cool versions out there. Some heavy metal versions and some punk versions, some ska versions that are really pretty good too.
Oh yeah, Kenny Rogers. Yeah, Kenny Rogers, Sean. He was all over the place music wise. Uh, he had. I remember somebody saying that he had a number one song in every decade for like 4 decades, which that music artists, they don't normally have that kind of longevity.
No, they don't.
Earl Scruggs, yeah, and the Earl Scruggs, I love that his style of bluegrass, his mountain bluegrass.
Yeah, Foggy Mountain Breakdown, all time, one of my all time favorite pieces of music.
Oh, Yeti showing up. Okay, what is not country there? See give me the 3 steps by Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner, the Skinner band was a interesting group to listen to because they were hard to. I really liked some of their stuff and other stuff I didn't like.
So, all right. So, if we're going to have this discussion, then I'm going to create arguments and hate and discontent, which is something I enjoy immensely. So, Leonard Skinner, Marshall Tucker, 38 Special, all those guys are what we lovingly refer to as Southern rock. So, it's kind of country, but it's
Right.
really not. It's really not. It's more rock sounding. And and Marshall Tucker band is a far superior band to Leonard Skinner. There, I said it. Buh.
And I'm not going to disagree with you.
So
So,
if anybody ever wants to fight about it, I'm more than willing to do so. Just let you know.
there,
But I will warn you, something I enjoy. You got quiet all of a sudden.
No, I just got an interesting message on my phone that I had to pay attention to.
Oh, okay.
But okay, now let me give you guys all a heads up. My nurse is on her. Okay. Oh, well, we'll be done because she just texted me that it's going to be 11 o'clock or so before she gets here for my IV today. She was supposed to be here at 7:30.
Okay.
So I was expecting to be streaming with an IV stuck in my arm today.
Oh no.
Well, luckily, that's not going to happen for you.
So, okay. Oh, the Eagles. The I'm not going to say the Eagles was country, but they were a group that just about anybody could listen to.
I think they fall under easy listening.
Yeah, they definitely do. They're not country. They're not southern rock. They're just, yeah.
They're just good, solid music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's, a lot of their songs, take it to the limit, stuff like that. Well, the only song that could almost be misconstrued as country is Desperado.
I was just thinking of Desperado, and I love that song so much.
But that is a good song. It
It's a
really is.
fucking amazing song. They actually made little TV movies wrapped around that fucking song. It was the
Yeah.
80s. It was not a good time for miniseries and movies.
Yeah,
Oh.
one night when I was DJing, the MTV put on the special When Hell Freezes Over. And so what that was about is because the Eagles said they would never reform unless hell froze over, right? And they did a
Oh,
reunion concert, and MTV telecast it live, and it was called When Hell Freezes Over. So what I would do is I would play some music, then cut to the MTV, put up the video of them doing their thing. And so I incorporated them into my show that night. I incorporated that into my show.
well,
And
okay
it was
there.
fucking awesome.
I heard their version of California. What year was that? Like 2012 or something? The tour?
What? The When Hell Freezes Over?
Yeah, I'm trying to
No.
remember what year. No, what year was that?
No, like 93, 94.
They did a performance of Hotel California live, and I'm pretty sure it was in the 2000s.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that's my favorite version.
There's a, hold on. See, when you guys, you realize when you guys start talking music, you're going to get me all
Okay, it
on a
says
different
they
thing because, like I said, I used to
when
be a
Hell
DJ.
Freeze live concert was in 2017.
Okay. So it was probably it.
Was it
I
that?
don't know.
I guess it was, yeah. Well, there
But
you
they're
go.
still having a tour now in 2022.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
they make money.
Yeah. They're going to be California, Oregon, Arizona.
Well, California and Oregon are real states anyway, so. Sorry.
Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got seven concerts they're doing, and 5 of them in California, 1 in Arizona, and 1 in Oregon.
God.
What's that?
The Eagles
Yeah.
for this year. So I guess if you want to watch the Eagles, you might as well move to California.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I'm sorry, you want me to put out my eyes? I'm sorry, did you say something? No. Nope. If I wanted to dodge poop, I'd have gotten a dog. Mm-mm.
Okay, so Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. That's such a good song. I agree. But I also think that, what is it? Dirt. Hold on. There's another band that did Simple Man so much better.
You know, the Eagles are stuck in Hotel California. Yeah,
Well, do you know where the Hotel California is from the cover of that
oh,
album?
I
Tell us.
did, but I don't remember.
It is in Mexico, down by Cabo San Lucas.
Of course it is.
Yep, I know because I've been there.
Sean,
Found it by
I'm,
accident.
I've my if I like, I'm not a fan of most groups anyway. For me, it's more. This is a great song. This is a song I like listening to. Now,
Hmm.
are there some groups that like Marty Robbins? You tell me you got Marty Robbins. I'm going to listen to it. All right, or anything by Johnny Cash,
Hmm.
anything by Waylon, by Willie. I mean, my playlist is just chock full of their stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, if I see a Johnny Cash album I don't already have, I buy it automatically.
See, I don't go
Oh.
that far. I go by songs. And so Shine Down does the best version of Simple Man. That's just all there is to it.
I'm not familiar. That song you're saying "Simple Man" and it's not bringing a
Leonard Skinner is the original band who did Simple Man.
okay, but
Just
I'm
being a
not.
simple man.
I'm trying to picture the song and I'm not picturing the song.
Okay, well,
So
I can't sing, so I won't. I will sing. I will save you all the trouble.
Simple Man lyrics. Okay, let's see here. By looking at the lyrics, will that help me out? Any of it because it's be a simple kind of man, be something you love and understand, baby, be a simple kind of man.
Yeah.
Okay. Ha- Now, since we are talking music, have you noticed one of the criticisms of a lot of music today is they've got 7, 8, 9, 10 producers per song.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, where is the artist at in this song anymore?
Hmm.
I mean, you've got your people like Tom McDonald. You know, his songs he wrote. Him and Nova, the only two people involved in the songs. Okay, very rarely does he have anybody else involved besides him and on occasion Nova. But you get into, I mean, and I don't care which genre of music it is. You look at a song and who's all involved with it. It's got three or four writers. They'll have a half a dozen producers and co-producers and head producers. And where's the
That's
artist at in this song? Are they just here's a lyrics, go sing it?
Pretty
pretty
much.
pretty much, but it's you got to realize that there's all this in order to get a recording contract and all that kind of thing. You have to employ all these people, and so that is the reason why. So now, in this modern age, with the tools that we have, that is why there are so many people like Tom McDonald and other people who are doing their own thing. They're producing their own music in that because the music industry is a ripoff, and these people are getting screwed.
Yeah, Wiki brought up Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass. That was
Bringing back memories.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Tijuana Taxi.
Chuck
And,
Mangione.
yep. Oh yeah, definitely Chuck Mangione. Good morning,
Yeah.
Green Badger. How you doing today? But yes, that was. I mean, some of the music back then is just like, and cross generational music. Just about anybody could listen to it and enjoy it. Um, I don't know. I guess that's why I'm stuck back in most of my music I listen to. I'm stuck back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and up into the 80s. And
Hmm.
after that, I mean, on occasion, we went to a free concert one year, the wife and I did.
Hmm.
And there's, they got this headliner I've never heard of, and I'm sitting there listening to him. And the wife says, "Well, don't you think he's great?" And I'm like, he's all right. I mean, he's nothing special. Turned out to be Luke Bryant. It's like, okay. I
That name
mean,
sounds familiar.
that guy's writing his own tickets now when it comes to giving concerts. He does country. Well, today's version of country. Oh, don't even go talking bad about Hank there, junior or
Uh
senior.
oh. Oh, those are fighting words.
Who's talking bad about Hank?
CK
CK
is saying that Hank Williams doesn't rate.
Doesn't rate as what?
as a artist.
So,
Not as
Charlie
big a fan of Junior.
Charlie Pride's another one from the back in the day. Listening
Kiss an
to,
angel in the morning.
yeah,
So the thing with Charlie Pride, all right. So I'll tell you a little piece of trivia there. Thing with Charlie Pride is if you look at his first 4 album covers, his picture's not on it.
Yep.
that's right. He wanted to get known for his voice and knew that his color of his skin would hurt him at first. Conway Twitty underrated?
I would
I
have to
don't.
agree with that.
Huh,
I would have to agree with that statement.
who said who doesn't say Conway Twitty isn't a great singer, put out great songs.
Hmm.
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Conway. At
Well,
least not his music.
well, there are a lot of people who undervaluate Conway Twitty and his contribution to music. A lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. CK Charlie Pride was one of my. I mean, uh, my dad gave me an portable 8-track player when I was in 7th or 8th grade.
Oh
And
my
one of the
god.
first 8 tracks I bought was Charlie Pride.
He gets.
I'm sorry. I just started giggling.
I'm reading chat here and I'm just cracking my ass. It's cracking my ass.
I like
Out.
John Denver too, and it's not controversial, even though he really wasn't a country boy, despite the song.
See,
John
here's
Denver was too popcornish for me for most of his
okay.
songs.
He was, but I still liked it.
All right. So here's the thing with John Denver. Let's talk John Denver for a
Oh,
minute.
please, yes.
So John Denver is a hippie, plain and simple. In the story, in the discussion.
Hmm.
That's who he was. He was a hippie. He was
But
not.
he's
He was not a country music artist or anything else. Most people don't even realize that he had a full career before Thank God I'm a Country Boy came out.
Mhm. As a little kid,
And
I like
so,
Grandma's feather bed.
yeah. So, like I said, most people don't even realize he had a full career before then. And
Mhm.
so, people of a certain age group, when they start talking about John Denver, I completely ignore them. So, and yeah, see, I am a bit of I'm a bit uppity when it comes to this stuff. Yes, yes,
Wow.
Yes, Wiki, there was such a thing as a portable 8-track player.
Oh my God, that thing must have been
yes,
like
there
a
was.
suitcase.
No, it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
It
the first
wasn't
time
that
I ever
bad.
saw an 8-track player was after I got married and nobody made them anymore for like 20 years or something. So yeah.
My first car had an 8-track player in it,
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
and back in those days, right? You could well, my first car was a pickup truck. So what I did is I put this 8-track player in it, and I ran the wires back down through everything, and I had some home speakers that I put in the back seat and hooked up to it. It was pretty freaking awesome, man. Because we go do these big bonfires out and stuff like that. I'd set the speakers on top of the truck, and I'd get it blasting. It was pretty cool.
Oh.
See, that was back in the day when we didn't have YouTube and all that.
Okay, here we go. I'm pretty certain this is the one that my dad gave me. Let me share that image.
Oh my God. And that's considered portable? Oh, it's little. I had to embiggen it until I could see. Oh,
Had to have big in it.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just a little bigger than a Walkman.
Yep.
I had a Walkman. I love my Walkman. Fuck y'all for
Yeah, but
laughing at me.
I had a Walkman too.
Well, I had a Walkman too.
But the only problem with the Walkmans, if you weren't careful, the tapes would skip.
Yeah, they eat the tapes. It sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronnie Millsap. Yeah, that was another guy that put out. He had a short career, but he had put a lot of good music out in that time period.
Hmm.
Right, the scene from Man in Black where he puts on the Elvis 8-track. Elvis didn't die; he just went home.
Yep.
Damn right.
Yeah, when we were driving that car super fast. Ding ding. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I did like that.
I did, Sean, when Kiss first made it big.
Uh,
My younger brother loved them, and I disliked them. I just like, you gotta be kidding me.
See, I'm not sure we can be friends anymore.
That I didn't like Kiss when they first came out. What can I say? I was not a fan.
Oh,
And
I
then
was, but I wasn't allowed to listen to that music at my house. So
I
oh
was,
wow.
my radio picked up. I was able to get WWVA off of the skip sometimes in the evenings, and that's what I listened to. I don't know if is WWVA still on air there, Dar?
where's WWVA out of?
West Virginia.
I have no idea. I've never lived in West Virginia. I don't know anything about
Well, I
West
figured.
Virginia.
Well, I figured with you being from Virginia, you'd know whether or not that's close enough to be picking up some of these radio stations.
No.
I mean, If I could pick up WWVA in Northern Ohio, but Wiki. Okay, I wait a minute. I suppose I need to clarify this. All right, I am not. I have never been a huge fan of the band Kiss. However, I am a fan of kissing.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that was
So,
cute.
so what are you a fan of kissing? That
My wife.
Aww.
So yeah, I figured I better throw that clarification in there while I could. So oh, so what? Who else did? See, I was not thinking we were going to get into music today. So
Somehow that happens, doesn't
yeah,
it? It
well,
just
hey, it does. You know.
it's either food or music or something we didn't anticipate. I hear typing.
that's because I'm typing. Because I am also
Working.
working.
It sucks.
Yeah, well,
CK,
it is what it is. I prefer to be a productive member of society instead of a
wow!
burden on it.
I've only been out of work 2 months, you bastard. Okay, fuck y'all. I'm going home.
What? That was not a slight towards you.
Okay. Got my eye on you though.
It was just a statement.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Az versus Babyface got banned off of Twitter again.
Who?
Who?
Heels versus Babyface.
Heels versus Babyface.
Yeah, looks like he got banned off of Twitter again.
Oh, that
I
was
don't
like
know
an
who that
HBO
is.
show. That's an HBO show, isn't it?
No,
Oh.
no, no. He's a YouTuber. Um,
The name sounds familiar. I just
he's with Neurotic and crew.
Um,
okay, I don't
He's
know
the
that.
Brit,
Okay.
bald-headed guy, heavy set
Okay.
with streams with Neurotic. He's comic books and such.
well, heels versus babyface. That sounds like a wrestling term.
Actually, it is. That was
Oh.
how he picked up his name because of that. So,
Heels
oh
are the
well.
bad guys. Babyfaces are the good guys.
Yeah.
In the
CK, what did you do again?
The CK causing problems.
He's
yeah,
also
he
been
usually
banned off
is.
of Facebook 4 times in 3 weeks. What I want to know is how he's getting reinstated so quickly. I want to know that secret.
I've never been my wife gets mad at me because my daughter-in-law will post pictures of my grandson and the family
Oh.
on Facebook, and the wife will look at me and go, "Oh, did you see what they posted today?" I said, "No." Well, did you see what they posted the other? No. When's the last time you were on Facebook? I don't know, sometime last month.
I have a Facebook. I haven't been on it in a very long time. Like years.
So I I don't spend time on Facebook.
Neither
I'm
do I.
It
That's
started
where
out as a
that's where all the old people hang out.
I miss MySpace.
I miss
I don't.
GeoCities.
Wow.
I had a GeoCities account, and Oh God, I had like 3,000 followers on my GeoCities.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was still active duty at the time, and so I was posting under Shroom, and I was like, I got offered a couple of jobs. I was like, no, I can't do that because I'm active duty military, so I can't be getting into I can't go to work for you because of that. I would love to, but that'd get me in too much trouble.
I didn't have GeoCities, but I had MySpace, and it was set up so fucking cute. And I had the stupid, like, I had the music on the homepage and everything. Man, that. And I went back, like, like last year or the year before, just to see, and it looks like shit now. It doesn't. I can't fix like anything on my account, my background or nothing. It's almost like Facebook but shittier now. So that was the whole appeal of it. You could make everything all cutesy. Whatever.
Hmm.
CK, that they ban you, and then they ask you for a phone number and a picture.
I
Oh,
have.
that's a scam.
Oh, really?
That sounds like a scam to me.
I have been banned from Facebook, and they've asked for my phone number and a picture of my photo ID, but that was because I had an IP from, I forgot what company it was. It's an old one, like AOL or some shit. Um, but they would have the same IP for like a whole bunch of users in the same area, and apparently, yeah. So I had to prove I was myself,
Ah,
that I was a unique account and not part of some sock bullshit. So yeah,
so
you
are
had
you?
to. Sorry.
Oh yeah, of course I used AOL back in the day. I mean, who didn't have a stack of at least 20 or 30 of those AOL discs?
Pissed me off because I made an account with them and I forgot what credit card I used. And I called them to cancel, and they said we can't do that. And then I said, why not? And they said, you can't prove who you are. And I gave them my name and everything. They said, we still don't know who you are. I was like, well, how am I going to prove it? And they couldn't. They knew who I was, but they couldn't identify that I was the person that used the credit card or the owner of the credit card, even though I did. It was my name on it. So even though they admitted they knew who I was, they wouldn't let me cancel the credit card. And I said, well, since you can't prove I have the credit card, I'll just report it as credit card theft and cancel the card. Oh, you can't do that. You have an account. Apparently, I don't, according to you. So yeah, I got that. It was just a pain in the ass to try to cancel my fucking account with them. It was like, I'm not gonna say it was like, you know what? I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna mention the mafia. Nope, it was fucking awful. You couldn't get out.
Uh, I, I've told this story before, but my first month's internet bill,
Oh
God, I
no.
mean, that's back in the day when they charged you 10 cents a minute,
Minute. Yeah, like those phone channel shits. Yeah. Oh my
to
god.
be just to get on the internet.
Yeah.
And
I remember those.
God, my bill was actually more than what I made that month.
Holy shit.
Yes. Well, remember, when you're doing everything at 33 baud, you remember
Good.
those bad old days? 33
Yeah.
baud.
And the the phone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good luck trying to
And
download shit.
yeah, if you needed to download a picture or a file or something, you started it downloading, then you went and saw a movie.
Yeah. Or you went
You
to bed.
come, yeah, or you went to bed.
Oh my god, I was so mad. I went to bed downloading shit, and then my husband got up early in the morning, and he disconnected everything to make a phone call, a random fucking phone call to nobody in particular. And then I woke up and
Oh,
yeah. And he got up fucking early to do that shit too, like just a few hours after we went to bed. So yeah, I was kind of mad.
Wiki, no, 33 baud, not 300 baud.
Oh my god.
I
And
remember when
Real
the
Player.
I remember when 300 baud modems came out. I was like, oh my god, I get to do things faster now.
And YouTube wasn't a thing yet, and you had to use Real Player on an Angel Fire page to watch things.
Yes, God, real. Yes, I remember Real Player.
Oh my god.
So yes, that was something else. Oh
Hmm.
no.
And all the little flash games they had on the internet that were so cute.
Yeah, some of them were quite fun, like Turkey
There.
Hunt and stuff.
Hmm. Okay. There was a Bollywood website, and it still exists. I think it's India FM. They had the cutest little flash games, like kind of like Frogger one was, where you had to get the actress across the road. It was very cartoony, and she kept getting hit by rickshaws and cars and shit. Yeah, it was just adorable, all of them. Uh,
Okay.
Wikipedia doesn't believe you.
33.
Oh, Neil, you're older than me. I don't remember those.
What's that?
He's talking about the 7.5-inch floppy disks.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah,
Playing computer games on them. Yeah. No.
yeah.
I didn't have a computer in school, like when I was little in school, but the school had them, and they had the cassette players that hooked up to the computer. The teacher would pop the cassettes in and let the other kids play Space Invader. He hated me, so.
There it is.
What?
Okay, Wiki, just for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Two. U.S. Robotics 33.6 mod modem.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that is the modem I had attached to my Commodore.
That's pretty much the one all of us had.
You know, so yeah, so it was not 300 baud, it was 33 baud. Well, technically
33.6.
33.6. Yeah, well, now you see one. Yep. The 19, let's see. Now, some of us were on chat boards and such back in well, 1984 when I got in back to the States from Germany.
Oh.
So I was on political chat boards in 1984 and using those
Wow.
33 baud modems. Those things were, and every board would be, you know, you want to come to my board, I'll give you the phone number, and it's going to cost you $3 a month. It's going to cost you
Oh.
$5 a month. And it was like being on a huge Reddit. That's the best way to describe those boards back in the day. Each board was its own Reddit board. So a friend of mine ran one. He had 5 computers set up, and each
Mm.
one was for and when you called in and you selected what particular subject you wanted to talk about, it would different, whichever one of the computers, because these are back in the days of the 40 meg hard drives. So, yeah, Sean, ASL.
Oh my God.
Ah, God, yeah, you get into the chat now. Chat rooms were more expensive than just boards.
Yes, they were.
You know, you paid real money if you wanted to get into a chat room. And remember, you have the big public chats, and okay, how about if we take this chat private?
Yeah. Honestly, that reminds me of the party numbers. What is it?
Mm,
They had and if you liked a guy, you'd hit one or something, and you and him would go in like a private chat room or stuff.
yep.
It was so funny that I'd be on it at like 6 a.m. and it was all teenagers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Hello, which one?
So a small computer disc is all shiny as big as a record album. Oh. Well, you talk about the laser disc there, CK? Yeah. Oh, Wiki, I'm sure they had 300 baud modems. I just couldn't afford them. Those 33 bauds were all I could afford at the time. E3s in the Air Force in the 80s did not earn all that much money. I remember my rent being $250 a month for my one bedroom apartment.
Oh my God, yes.
And my quarters was between my quarters and rations. I got paid $500 a month for living off base.
Nice.
And so half of that went to pay my rent. So that left me $250 to live off of for food wise. And that's why when Publix one time they had a sale on round steak, 90 cents a pound. And I bought like 40 pounds of round steak.
Damn right.
Yeah. Had to borrow $10 to buy it, but yeah, and it was I ate good that month. I had steak every other day and had ramen noodles the days in between. I mean, ramen noodles at the time were like 10 or 15 cents a packet.
Oh yeah, ramen noodles were
Yeah,
my
super
saving
fucking.
grace many times.
But if you had a decent on a minimum wage job, your rent would be paid with 2 weeks paychecks, and
Yeah.
you could get you could buy a cheap used car with 3 weeks paychecks, and
Yep.
just look through the want ads, and it wasn't
You
like it
know,
is.
speaking of ramen noodles,
Uh
all right. So a while back, um, I read an article about the Navy putting lasers on chips.
Razors on chips. Okay.
Yeah. So actual lasers on chips, right? As a combat system, a laser combat system on the ship. And it was funny because it was an online article, and you could tell all the Navy veterans, right? Because they're all saying stuff like, I wonder how fast you could heat a cup of ramen noodles with that laser.
Oh my God.
I wonder how fast you could heat a can of Vienna sausage with that laser. That's what they were all, So I thought it was pretty damn funny. I enjoyed that. So I just thought I would throw that out there because,
Oh, God, yeah,
Thought you guys might enjoy that.
Vienna sausage and potted meat. Got used to live off of that crap.
Okay, every time we get a threat of a hurricane, I do buy cans of Vienna sausage to make sandwiches just in case. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that reminds. I need to check those cans of spam I got. I probably need to go ahead and start
Oh
frying that
God.
spam up before it goes out of date. Yeah, Wiki, you're not the only one who first thought he said lasers on chips.
What the hell, man? What do you people need to clean out your ears or something, man? You can't understand what I'm saying to you.
Hey, I'm not listening to you through my ears. I'm listening to you through the bone conductivity. And it still sounded like you said chips, not
No,
ships.
ships.
Yeah, I heard chips and I was like, okay.
Man, you people have problems. That's all I can say.
I got a million problems, but a chip ain't one.
That's right.
Whoa. Oh,
Oh, Wiki, man. SOS, one of my favorites, baby.
I love chip beef on toast. God, that was good.
My mom
I
used to
still
make
make
that
it.
for me. Oh,
That would, uh,
yeah. It brings back
Yeah, they do
memories.
have they do have diode lasers for communications devices and that, but there was actually if if I don't know if y'all keep up with this or not, but so some of the new naval weapons they're looking at doing railguns on ships as well as actually lasers for, and I just think that shit is cooler than hell, man. And so now this is what cracks me up, right? Is they're actually talking about putting a railgun on a naval ship. And if I don't know if you watched the Transformers movie, but in one episode it says, "Hey, you have a railgun, fire it at these coordinates." So, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So I just think that shit's cool in hell. But anyway, that's me.
my only problem with potted meats is they want so. I mean, potted meat used to be cheap.
Yeah,
Now they want like what, $1.50 a can for it.
I know that's ridiculous. It used to be you get a can of potted meat, add some mayonnaise, pickle relish to it, little onion, spread it on toast, made a pretty good meal.
But I mean, you can buy a can of spam for the same price as you get that can of potted meat.
Mm.
They and the can ain't no bigger than it used to be either. That little can's good for one, maybe two sandwiches if you add enough stuff to it. I'm just oh, I just had to look at my glasses and it reminded me the wife wants to. Have you? Do y'all wear glasses?
Yeah, I do.
Sometimes, yeah.
Have you seen that new contraption for you put your glasses in them and it high intensity vibrations or something and it cleans your glasses?
I haven't seen it, but I don't trust it.
And oh yeah, spam's not exactly cheap either anymore, but nothing exactly cheap out there anymore.
You know, it's
Go,
really.
I mean, go to the grocery store, buy a don't even, and I buy. Yeah, I walk in. I usually grab the mini cart. I don't grab a full size shopping cart.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
usually grab the mini one, and I still end up spending $100 to $150.
Uh huh. Okay, I'm not. Okay, eggs are like 450 something, 460 for a dozen now. They were like two something, three something a couple weeks ago. I'm not. I really believe that because I was buying eggs. So what the fuck just happened? Like a half dozen eggs is the price a dozen eggs were a couple months ago. This is fucking insane. Yeah, he can't say.
And,
Yeah, you're just so quiet.
and well, I was coughing, but for me, the thing though is, I mean, just for the wife and I, we go through a dozen and a half eggs a week.
I love eggs. That's like
I
my
mean,
favorite breakfast.
well, I mean, I use, I mean, I'm always using eggs in some whatever I'm cooking. Uh,
Hmm.
tell, I had some. Dar and I were talking before we started streaming here. I don't know if, yeah, before you jumped on there, Ramen. Um, I went to local New Year's Eve. Went down to stopped in one of the stores out there. It's where I buy all my hot sauces.
Okay.
All right. And whenever I walk in the store, the first thing I tell them is grab me a jar of nasal napalm. It's
Oh.
it's a horse it's a horseradish,
Oh.
and you actually have to sign a waiver when you buy it.
Holy shit. No, I ain't buying nothing I got on a waiver for. Fuck that.
And no, I can't. I cannot keep livestock on my property. Well, no, I probably could because I'm in the county.
Yeah.
So since I'm not in city limits, I'm out in county limits. I'm out in the county. But so I probably could get laying hens, but I just don't have room for them. And besides that, I think my dog would kill them. But
You could get a baby goat.
so I went around sampling the different hot sauces and barbecue sauces that they've got in the place, and they had candied jalapenos.
Oh
And
wow.
I'd heard of candied jalapenos. Would you call them cowboy candy, Dar?
Cowboy candy is what that's called.
Okay. Well, the jar I bought just says candied jalapenos.
Yeah, it's called
So
cowboy candy. That's just
so
the
I've
name
been
they have.
I've been hearing about them, so I've been wanting to give them a try. Damn things are delicious. You get that bite of sweet, strong sweet, and then just as strong heat a couple of seconds later. So I
Oh.
bought it. I bought a jar of them and been experimenting with them. And they're, I mean, first thing tried them on was pizza. Absolutely delicious.
Oh.
The next day, put them on egg sandwiches. Fantastic. Chopped them up and put them into tacos last night for supper. Oh, morning or afternoon there, Batman. So
Hey,
yeah,
Beth.
It,
Dar says his wife makes them. I'm going to get him. I'm going to look up a recipe. I'm going to probably start making myself versus going out and buying them because I can buy jalapenos anywhere. This is just the first time I've seen candied jalapenos anywhere.
Oh.
So yeah, if you like a little heat and you
I
can
like
find
a
some,
little heat. Do they have the seeds in them though?
well, see, here's the thing. Um, when you work with jalapenos, you got to take the seed and the pith out. That's what. So I don't know about the commercial ones available because we don't do that. We only do
Okay.
homemade. And so the thing is not only do we eat the jalapenos on a lot of stuff, and I do mean to eat a lot of stuff, but um, we also use the pickling juice in things as well,
Huh.
or the yeah, because like I made ribs the other day and I used some of the pickling juice, mixed it with some mustard and to thicken it up a little bit, and I use that as a glaze for my ribs.
Ooh.
And yes, it was delicious, by the way, so you know.
See, it's ain't fair. We start talking about food, and then I start thinking I'm gonna put ribs in my cart, or something, and then I have like 500 fucking items in my cart, and the bill's like $3,000, and I have to like put everything for later, and
Yeah.
All right. Somebody said that they like. Who was it? Sean, you say you like wasabi. Well,
Oh, wasabi.
if you like wasabi, and wasabi is if you're getting true wasabi, one is expensive.
And you have to get it from Japan because we
All
don't make it
right.
here.
So what I recommend you do, buy this off of Amazon. You can get 3 cans of it. It's powdered for $14 thereabouts.
ooh.
All right, and you can make it up as you want. I mean, 2 tablespoons of the powder, along with
Oh crap.
3 tablespoons of ice water. Let set for 24 hours, and you would. That's as close to wasabi's you're going to get at a third of the price. Stuff is, I mean, it has that sinus clearing effect that wasabi's got. And then I take this and I mix it in with that nasal napalm horseradish. Whoosh! Put that on a hot dog. It's amazing. Yeah, you're right, Duck Dog, but I don't have any apple cider vinegar. You're, but yes, but this S&B Oriental hot mustard, man, that stuff is just fantastic. If you like that style, that blasted nasal clearing heat that you get from that style of mustard. So, but the secret is you want your liquid to be cold and you want to wait at least 24 hours to give it a chance to build up to its, and you can keep it for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks before it goes bad. So, but that's one of the things uh, that I keep in my house. That stuff turned my eyes all slanty, made the hair on my face. Well, I've still got all the hair on my face, so I'm good to go.
Uh,
This had some bananas that we bought for when my grandson was here, and he didn't eat them. So I went ahead last night and mushed them up, added in some Bisquick, some oatmeal, a little baking powder, and made pancakes out of it. And those things really turned out good. You're right. Duck Dog horseradish is amazing. I love it. Oops. Uh,
Well, someone didn't change their standard ringtone.
I like that ringtone. I used to have it on my other phone. I miss it.
Sorry about that. That was my nurse calling me, telling me that she is going to be even a little bit later than what she said she was going to be.
Um,
She was supposed to be here at 7:30. Then she texted me after I texted her and called her and such. And said that, oh, it's going to be 11:30 now. It looks like she's not going to get here until noon. Which absolutely sucks because this is an 8-hour infusion. I like starting it early in the morning and getting it over with.
I hear you.
You know. So, yeah, I'm going to take that. A lot of my ringtones are going to be different versions of Ghost Riders in the Sky, though.
Yeah,
Aw.
you'll enjoy
Jesus, you scared me.
it.
What did? All right, Dart. What do you use for your ringtones?
Just standard one that came with my phone
Ah, okay.
because I don't really care. Actually, I don't have ringtones. I put my phone on vibrate because I really don't care enough to go in and change them all.
Well, it's like okay, my son. I've got the theme from Speed Racer for his ringtone, and it fits his personality so well.
Speed Racer, that's a oldie but a goodie.
That yo, Wiki. I've been tempted to go back to getting a landline
Oh
when
my God.
when I fully retire and I've got no reason to have a cell phone per se. And just go back to a landline. I'm really tempted to do it, except for the fact as long as the wife's working, she needs to have a cell phone. So, Pinky the Bard. I don't know Pinky
I
the
think he
Bard.
meant Pinky in the Brain. No, I'm just
Could be.
kidding. So, what else were we going to catch up on today?
Well,
But this
uh,
conversation went way off the beaten
yeah,
path.
it did go well. Well, I was planning on getting into some rants, but now I don't feel like it.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go. No, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I am
Well,
too. I
okay.
mean,
Well, there is a first we can talk about though. You know
oh,
how, you know how they love to say this is the first uh
the first woman hero in a movie.
or right or the they're talking about this congressman, the first
Uh,
black congressman to be reelected to this position or the first woman yada yada yada. Well, there's going to be another first that they're not going to be bragging about so much. The
uh-oh.
media is going to be quiet about it for the
You
most
Of
mean the
part.
course.
first transgender put to death? And
You got it. How did you catch that?
Oh.
see, I'm much smarter than you look.
Oh no, he's really a man. They won't
That's
call
not
him a.
hard.
They're not going to call him
Transgender to be first.
a. They're going to say
I'm
first
sorry, but
man.
that doesn't look like a woman.
None of them, almost none of them do.
Well, have you ever been to a trailer park in Florida? It's the same.
I used to live in one when I first got here.
Yeah, see, there you go. Just saying. Just saying. See, I should be nice, but, it's not my nature.
Well,
Why would you be nice?
the rent was right. The rent was $25 a week,
No, I get it. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just making your
and I
typical
mean,
trailer
I
park jokes.
I was just a lowly little E3 trying to get the hell off of base.
Yeah, I remember those days. I tell you
Twenty
about
five
some skinny
dollars a week,
pussies.
$100 a month rent, the electric bill, water bill included, and it was a semi furnished trailer.
Yeah.
The only thing I had to supply was a mattress.
Oh,
Mattress and television. Those only two things I had to furniture I had to put into the place. It was like
Wow.
because I was not going to sleep on a mattress somebody else had slept on.
I
Well,
have
I'll
stories
tell you
about
what.
that.
You know what? And so here's the deal, man. Hearing an Air Force guy whine about needing to get off base because, them where you guys live on base, the dormitories, And
Yeah,
that is pretty sweet ass accommodation.
compared to being on a ship, yes, I'm not going to say that.
So
I'm not going to argue about that.
I'm
But
just
at
saying that's
but
pretty
at the
sweet.
time, that was 4 people to a room. Everybody bunked up, and I was working with the scouts, and I was like, no, I was not. No, no, no. I was tired of having roommates. I was tired of trying coming back to get into the to go to my room and find the door locked from the inside, and you try to open the door, and all of a sudden you hear well your one of your roommates or two of your roommates brought home dates, and they had the
Oh,
doors locked so nobody could get in. So, but anyway, Missouri Governor Mike Parson, unless he grants clemency, Amber McLaughlin, 49, will be the first transgendered woman executed in the U.S. She's supposed to die today. Died by injection Tuesday for killing a former girlfriend in 2003.
wow.
The clemency request focuses on several issues, including McLaughlin's traumatic childhood and mental health issues, which the jury never heard in her trial.
Mm.
Excuse me, but did it have anything to do with the murder? No. Foster parent rubbed feces in her face when she was a toddler. Um, do you really remember what happened to you when you were a toddler?
Some of it.
Okay. Adoptive father uses stun gun. Suffers from depression and attempted suicide. Diagnosis of gender dysphoria. Well, if it's a transgender, yes, it does have the gender dysphoria. That's uh, you don't decide you're going to change your gender if you don't have gender dysphoria, unless you've been brainwashed into it. We think Amber has demonstrated incredible courage.
In killing someone?
Yes.
Oh, God damn it.
There's no known case of a transgender inmate being executed in the U.S. before, according to the Anti Execution Death Penalty Information Center. A friend in prison says saw McLaughlin's personality bloom during her gender transition. Oh, so the state paid for her gender transition.
Bingo.
McLaughlin would show up the suburban St. Louis office where a 45-year-old Gunther girlfriend worked, hiding in the buildings. The girlfriend had to obtain a restraining order against McLaughlin. Yep. Yeah, none of that crap dealing with her gender dysphoria or anything else. It has to do with the fact she killed someone. So, but yeah, transgender. I don't care. Did you kill somebody? Yes. Did you stalk them? Yes. Do you
E-
deserve to die?
Yes.
That's the
Equal rights,
punishment.
Joe.
That's the punishment for killing someone.
Hmm.
So that that is going to take care of that. You know, now Dar, that I know the
Mhm.
three of us are very glad we don't live in San Jose.
Yes.
Cause you know what happened in San Jose a couple days ago.
What happened in San Jose a couple days ago?
San Jose gun insurance law.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If you own a gun in San Jose, you have to buy liability insurance. Because by spending money on liability insurance, that's going to cut down on gun violence.
Yeah, because you're not going to want to buy a gun. It's all about gun control. It has nothing to do with cutting down on violence or any other bullshit.
Licardo compared the gun ordinance to auto insurance, suggesting that insured gun owners are more likely to have used trigger locks or gun safes. I have never used a trigger lock, and I've never owned a gun safe.
Nope.
And my guns have never jumped up and hurt anybody on their own.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
And just because you buy a car does not mean you have to insure that car.
Well, you do if you want to drive it on the road.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, wait. Yeah.
No, you don't have to. If that car never leaves private property, it does not have to be insured.
Yeah, that is true. But see
All right.
now, see now, but with that, so the argument you're going, the road you're going down, let's not go down that road because it's incorrect. Because driving is a privilege.
Exactly.
Owning a gun is a right. Two totally different things. So you
Well, I
can't
was going
make
to
a
go there
fair
next
comparison.
anyway. I was going next on that argument anyway. So
Yeah, so making that comparison. So really what this boils down to is by forcing people to get insurance and liability insurance is going to be prohibitively expensive, so it's going to keep people from buying guns. It has nothing to do with preventing gun safety or gun violence, because if that was the case, all they really have to do is crack down on illegal guns and really crack down on people who use guns in a crime. So, so that's really where the issue lies. It's not has nothing to do with the law-abiding citizen owning a weapon. Nothing to do with that at all. That is the specious argument, and I hate when people make that argument. All right, sorry, I'm off my ranting box now.
not that's you're absolutely 110% correct. There's, you know, we think insurance is an effective tool to reduce the harm that results from negligent or reckless use of guns. No, it does not. It is not. We've seen insurance be effective in reducing auto-related deaths. I would love to see uh, where they're getting that
Yeah,
stat from.
that's just a stupid stat. And by making that comparison, so here's the other thing too. Okay, so let's talk about this. They want to take law. So people who are not law-abiding citizens who get that gun illegally are not going to have insurance on it. So they're in. So none of this stuff affects those people. There are already so many laws about where, when, how you can buy a gun, when, how, where you can shoot this gun, and all this other thing. If people were actually obeying the laws, there would be no gun violence. Okay, there would be none. The only gun violence there would be is when somebody tries to rob somebody or to harm somebody, they get their ass shot. All right. So that would be it.
And the part of it here that really gets me is now further in the article they state here, as far as insurance goes, people are already covered if they have homeowners or renters insurance. It's already, that's already covered. But the part here that absolutely gripes my butt, all gun owners will be required to pay an annual $25 fee to the city. You have to
Huh?
pay the city a fee to exercise your Second Amendment right. Could you imagine any city charging a fee to vote, and
Yeah,
the hell that
exactly.
would raise, or a fee. Well, you want us to have a warrant? Then you need to pay us $25 to cover the cost of getting that warrant to search your house. Otherwise, we don't need a warrant.
The fuck?
Yeah, I mean, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. If they're going to get away with requiring gun owners to pay a $25 fee to the city, think of every other right that you have, constitutionally enumerated right that would they'd go after next.
Well, dogs bite people, and I don't care what the breed is. Now you have to pay the city $50 a year to own your dog. The
Well,
fuck?
that's dog licenses. I mean, cities that require your dog to be licensed.
Yeah,
Mm,
but you don't have a constitutionally enumerated right to have a
To
dog.
own a dog.
whatever, man. This is bullshit.
I don't understand how this law
It's
managed to get.
unconstitutional.
Yeah, I don't understand how this law managed to stand.
It won't stand. What'll happen is it'll go to the Supreme Court and it'll get struck down.
Well, see, that's just it. The last year, uh, you know, gun rights advocates challenged the law last year in court, and they lost.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, did they lose because the law hadn't gone into effect yet? I don't know. And
Well,
they
there's a
had,
way to find out,
yeah.
and that is we should consult FPC. So let's now, while you guys are talking, I'm going to consult FPC real quick.
Uh-oh. Dum, dum, dum.
Uh, well, that's not helping me. That's not going to the article. I thought I found, I suppose I followed the link there, and it did me no good. So
See, that's what.
anyway, I just can't imagine any city getting away with charging a fee to own a firearm.
It's crazy.
Dade County requires pit bull owners to carry special insurance.
Yeah, and there's even subdivisions and stuff, HOAs that will not allow you to have certain breeds of dogs. So it looks like FPC has filed a suit on this $25 fee part of this.
Right.
And so the judge would not, slap an injunction or stop it or anything. As a matter of fact, almost threw the case out of court, but it's been upheld and can now proceed. So there are people that are challenging this now, so there will be court cases. I expect it to go all the way to the Supreme Court.
I don't. All right, let's see here. And the wife just told me that she's got a bad valve in her engine.
Well, tell her to
Oh,
smack it
no.
around. Bad valve, bad valve.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I
Smack it
have a
around, make it
valve in the
noise.
engine that won't expand all the way to let my gas in.
Tell it to calm down. I don't know.
That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. Don't give it any treats.
So, how much to punish
Replace a
that
valve.
valve?
A lot. Can you say a
Well,
lot?
Is it a dirty, dirty valve? Oh, you know what? I'm getting out of this conversation.
It's a dirty, dirty valve. It needs a spanking.
Oh,
I'm
bad boy,
enjoying this.
bad boy.
I'm enjoying this way too much. Maybe we could call in Scribelight. He could, punish that valve. Oh God, I hope he doesn't listen to this.
Scribe actually popped in one day.
Yeah, I know. He shows up all sorts of places.
I appreciated that. I mean, Monkey popped in once. Pat's popped in a couple of times.
Well, a couple
So,
times when I was hosting Friday Fun Day, Pat and the Batman jumped in to help me do Friday Fun Days
yeah, I
next year
appreciate
for
you.
two.
I appreciate y'all doing that on Friday.
Yeah, it caught me a little flat-footed. I wasn't really prepared, but we did talk about you a lot, and I made some jokes at your expense.
oh, I'm sure you did,
Well, yeah, it's
but
because that's the kind of friend I am. Friends like me,
yeah.
who needs enemies?
Which reminds me, I've still got to get in there and finish listening to that stream.
Yeah, yeah. It started lagging there towards the end, but
It's amazing how. Uh,
Ramen
anyway,
saved the day on that one, and so I gotta give her full credit for that.
I refuse to take the blame.
No, I said I give you full credit. You saved the day on that one.
I know what you're saying.
what kind of car is it, Duck Dog? Let's see here. What is it? It's a Toyota silly car. It's a Toyota.
Celica.
I
I
don't.
think it's a Celica.
I don't think it's a Silica.
Okay, I don't know what it is.
I just know it's a Toyota. I don't drive the stupid thing. It's too small for me.
You'd hate
I
my Volkswagen.
I if it's a bug, I'd love it.
It's not a bug. It's just really fucking small. I like my car though.
Was it
Well,
like a Jetta or something?
if you're a small person, it works.
It's got good trunk space. I don't care.
I am. I'm. The last time she had her car in there, they gave her a Prius for a loaner,
Mm-hmm.
and she
Now,
absolutely
now.
hated it.
Yeah, I've gotten those a couple times as rental cars. I absolutely hated driving the thing around. Hated it with a passion.
So
At least it wasn't baby blue.
Mm,
let's see here.
Again, a reference nobody gets. So, okay, on with it.
Nah,
Was a Jeff Dunham reference.
yes,
Oh,
You
okay. I
see,
don't
yes,
you
recall.
people,
yeah.
man, you people.
You
I tell you,
people?
your
You
pop culture
people.
knowledge. I'm gonna have to. You don't really drive the Prius the same way either, though. No, that's true. You don't.
Yeah, I'm. Well, gay.
Gay.
What?
You're so gay. It's a Jeff Dunham joke, right?
Yes.
And was it Walter was teasing him
Yeah.
about being gay? And he goes, I'm not gay. He goes, dude, you drive a baby blue Prius and you live in Los Angeles. It's gay.
Oh
See, this shit's funny, man.
gosh.
I'm telling you, you got to find humor where you can, kids. They are trying to take it all out of the world.
Who's they?
What's that?
Never mind. It's not important.
Who's they? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Who's they?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who they are. The elites.
Oh, okay.
The politicians,
I thought you were gonna say the vegans. So I don't know.
the vegans have no joy. They have no joy. they obviously don't. I mean, you ever talk to one for more than a couple minutes?
God, no. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, I have. I've talked to several vegans.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
I
so
crazy.
one time I was participating with some vegans, and we um, we're out and about, and one of them says, "Man, I'm hungry. Does anybody have anything vegan I could eat?" So I picked up a stick off the ground. I said, "Here you go."
Oh my God.
Yeah, she didn't think it was nearly as funny as I did.
uh,
Well, yeah, it's funny, but you can't do that.
Yeah, you can. See, and here's the problem. See, so here's the problem, Ramen.
Yes,
Here's the
tell me the
problem.
problem.
Okay,
Tell me all the
so
problems.
all right, we are the silent majority.
We
There's
really
more of
are.
us in the world than there are of them weirdos. Okay,
Hmm.
and by being silent, we're allowing this shit to happen. So instead of being the silent majority, we need to be the loud majority. See what I'm saying? Because if we speak up and point shit out, make fun of these people, and do all that stuff, they will
Hmm.
calm their shit down. All right? So there you
Do you
go.
really think so?
Oh, I definitely think so. Because such a small vocal minority is running everything. You can't turn on TV show nowadays without seeing, well, like this person's transgender or gay or whatever. I mean, and they'll throw gay characters in places where they don't really belong, and all this kind, all this kind of shit. See, I'm telling you, or they'll have like these commercials. I'm vegan, Carl. Whatever. So you know, if we're loud, just as loud as they are, hey, drown them out.
the problem is when they get loud and obnoxious and everything else, they're being held up as being bold and speaking the truth to power
Hmm.
and yada yada yada. They're held up as icons. When we get loud, then we're trying to oppress people.
Yeah, whatever. I don't
We're
care what
we're
they say.
we're the
See,
oppressors. We're you. It's amazing how you have to call me by this, you have to call me that, you have to
No,
use
I
no, I
my
don't.
don't.
pronouns, okay? And so you are, they're trying to, uh, restrict our First Amendment rights. It's like the court case, in Texas here, where the Texas law, which is very similar to a Florida law, got struck down on telling Facebook, the social media sites, that they can't uh, uh, ban topics or conversations or whatever, under the guise of misinformation or whatever, or hate speech or whatever else. Well, the courts have ruled that that's compelled speech and violates the social media sites' First Amendment rights. But and the left is standing there cheering that, saying, yes, you can't compel us to speak. However, we can compel you to use our preferred pronouns.
Yeah, they can compel all they want. I'm not using them.
So I am surprised I didn't get hurt. I am surprised I did not get hurt the other day. I had somebody come up to me and say that, my pronouns are it and zit. Okay. And I looked at him and I said, my pronouns are master and your majesty.
Mm.
They did not like that.
Why? That's how you identify.
You know, well, it was a black guy, and I
Mm.
told him to call me master.
Oh shit.
See, if anybody was to ever walk up to me and say my pronouns are that, I would say, okay, thank you for sharing.
Oh.
That would be it. Now, thank you for sharing, and just move right on along with my beeswax.
Yeah, I was in a mood.
Apparently.
Yeah,
I
we all
I
get a mood.
I was in a mood, and when they said come up and introduce themselves and said my pronouns are as I I didn't think, I just spoke.
Ah,
Apparently.
with me, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I said what I was thinking.
Whoops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, I do that a lot too.
But yeah, I told her my pronouns are master and your majesty. Have at it.
Ah,
Mm. So anyway, that was that. Just so you know, if an intake valve doesn't open, it means a collapsed hydraulic lifter. If it doesn't close all the way, you backfire through the intake. Did you get free shackles? Nah, I didn't get any free shackles.
oh shit.
Well, Data, I've got well, the wife isn't telling me how much, if they gave her an estimate, how much it's going to cost to get it fixed. They haven't.
Well, can you blame her? She probably doesn't want to give you a heart attack.
It never seems to fail. I get a few $1,000s saved up in the bank where I'm feeling good about having some extra money in the bank, and something goes along to, well, guess goodbye money. It gonna disappear.
That's how it works.
Yeah. I've got that's thank I mean, I've got my retirement fund set up. That's totally separate money there. But I get a few grand in my discretionary funds, and that stuff just seems to disappear. Well, Data, finding a good mechanic in this town. I mean, I've got probably the best mechanic in town, and we've been using them for 20 some years. I've got no reason to go anywhere else to ask for a second opinion. Uh, Now, if this is just Joe Blow down the street, that'd be one story. But eh, yeah, you're right. Even everybody makes mistakes. Everybody can make a mistake. Uh, Diagnostic fees anymore, though. I mean, most mechanics now. Our mechanic, if I mean, he doesn't charge us diagnostic fees anymore, but his diagnostic fee is $150. I mean, just to pull your car in and have them look at it. Now, granted, if you haven't fixed it, that $150 is, goes against the repair bill. But uh, who wants to pay $150 just, ah, I don't like throwing away money.
Well, nobody does.
I
Especially
don't have
today.
enough. I don't have enough of it to throw away. Throw away like that. Uh, let's see here. Where is that pissy? Here we go. You want to talk? All right, since we're talking here a little bit about the First Amendment, anyway, let's go ahead and. This is the only one. There's another one out there, but this is the only one I could find this morning, and I don't remember who the other guy was. Oh, Raskin, that's who it was. I think it was Raskin. And I'm sure you guys heard about this Yahoo.
If you espouse hate, if you espouse violence, you're not protected under the First Amendment. So I think we can be more aggressive in the way that we.
Okay.
That's not I'm gonna shut up.
Okay, I really need to play this again. I
Yeah,
need to
please
let
do.
I need to let this sink in. What this is a sitting U.S. senator.
If you espouse hate, if you espouse violence, you're not protected under the First Amendment.
Wrong.
So apparently he promoted himself from whatever he is to the fucking Emperor Eternal, because that's bullshit.
It is. He's wrong. He has no idea what he's talking about.
I
And
think
it
he
gets even
does.
worse. It gets even worse.
I think he just tried to slip that in like it's a thing, like he's setting precedents and shit, and thinks nobody's gonna notice.
But it gets worse.
So I think we can be more aggressive in the way that we handle that type of use of the internet. We know that Europe has done things. I think we have to learn from each other.
And he wants to use European law. He wants to use
Because we all,
European law.
yeah, because we all know when Europe starts censoring people's speech, it can only lead to goodness and prosperity. Jesus Christ. This is the sort of shit that companies do when they try to make shit retroactive in their contracts, like, and they start deleting shit from their websites, and they start trying to pretend, oh, this is what we sold you all along, and no, no, you can't just change
The
the fucking constitution.
the problem is this guy is so, 5 years ago, the Supreme Court unanimously reaffirms there is no hate speech exception to the First Amendment. And this sitting senator just pops up and says, you know, yeah, there is. What in the hell? What kind where's this guy? What kind of rock has this guy been living under?
I don't think it. I just think it's deliberate. This is bullshit.
I mean, he's out of Maryland.
Oh God, I hate this.
Well, gang, I
Okay.
hate to interrupt.
Yeah, is it that
Oh,
time
it's 12
already for you?
o'clock
It
anyway.
is.
Yeah. Shall we
So,
save this for tomorrow?
yes, please. Because him and one other guy that we need to talk about on this free speech stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I know there's another guy that popped up and said something very similar to this. I want to say it was Raskin.
no, well, it
Uh,
was the other guy. Can't think of his name now, but
but I got to find out who it was. But yeah, I mean, I, re- I want to hate on these gentlemen so badly
Why don't you?
over this. This, okay, because you know the Democratic Party is they're so two-faced. I mean, the Republicans, they're okay. I'm not saying the Republicans are much better, but the Republicans don't come over after your speech. They don't come after forcing you to speak or restricting your speech like the Democrats do. And I want to hate on these guys here so bad. Okay, well, this will be one of my rants for tomorrow. Dar, you, me, and Ramen, we're going to have a good rant on this tomorrow
Okay.
because I think this touches one of your nerves too from your reaction, Ramen.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Dar, words of wisdom.
Dara's working.
Oh, Dar's muted. All right, Ramen, you go ahead and give us your words of wisdom.
Wisdom. I'm not old enough to have wisdom. Um, I just want everybody to have a good day and not take the shit too seriously because it's not going anywhere, and just try and get by. Have a good day, everybody.
You know, everybody needs to have their little things that causes them problems. The enumerated rights are the things when the either political party, anybody goes after our enumerated rights. This is where I get up on mine. And I want to see those enumerated rights protected from anybody and everybody. I don't give a damn which political party you're from. So, but always remember though, guys, we can't let our lives be 100% wrapped up around this because all that does is turn you into a very bitter person. No matter how right you are, you still have to have a part of your life that makes you happy. And in that's why I say, be with the ones you love and love the ones that you're with. And good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy.